We see them everywhere now, don't we? Just silently gliding down our streets. The electric car revolution isn't coming anymore. It's already here. And we love talking about the batteries, the charging speeds, the crazy self-driving software. But what if the most important breakthrough is the one part of the car we've pretty much always taken for granted?
Okay, let's just dive right into this. We get all excited about the sleek designs, the minimalist interiors, all that cool tech. But the real magic, the part that has to deal with a completely new kind of performance, is right there, where the rubber meets the road. Yep, we're talking about the tires.
And it's a totally fair question. I mean, a tire's a tire, right? It's round, it's black, you put air in it. Well, as it turns out, the incredible rise of the electric vehicle has completely rewritten the rulebook for what we need from those 4 little patches of rubber. And the answer to this question, it is way more fascinating than you might think.
To really understand the tire, first, we've got to grasp the sheer scale of the change we're all living through right now. This is not some niche market anymore. This is a full-on global transformation.
Let's just start with this number. 6.7 million. That's how many new electric cars hit the roads across the world in just a single year. The pace of the shift is it's staggering.
And this really shows how mainstream it's all become. In Europe, 1 out of every 10 cars already has an electric drive system. I mean, just look around you on your next commute. The future is already here.
And it is not slowing down. Projections are showing that by 2030, we could see over 116 million electric vehicles on our roads. That's not a wave of change. That is a tsunami. So what's driving all this? Well, it's not just about consumer choice. This massive shift is being pushed by major international policies, stuff like the Paris Climate Agreement, which sets some really ambitious goals to cut down emissions. And electrifying transportation, that's one of the key ways we're going to get there.
Okay, so the world is going electric, but this massive shift creates a problem, a kind of hidden engineering challenge that brings us right back to our main topic, the tires. Because it turns out, an EV absolutely punishes its tires in ways a gas car never could.
This quote from an industry expert really frames the issue perfectly. It's not that we had to reinvent the tire from the ground up. It's that the job of the tire has fundamentally changed. The operating conditions are just completely different now.
So what are these new conditions? Well, we can boil it down to 3 big challenges that every single EV tire has to deal with. The crushing force of the battery's massive weight, the intense, twisting power of instant torque, and the constant vibrations that create all this unmasked road noise. Let's break those down. All right, so let's get into the physics of it. What exactly are this extra weight, this instant torque, and this surprising silence actually doing to the tires?
Now, what's so interesting about this slide is how clearly it lays out the weight penalty. A modern electric car like the VW ID.3 can be around 500 kilograms heavier than its gas-powered sibling, the Golf. That's like driving around with 3 or 4 extra adults in your car, all the time. And all of that extra weight, mostly from that heavy battery pack, is pressing down directly on the tires.
The second challenge is that amazing feeling you get when you punch the accelerator in an EV. That is instant torque. See, a gas engine has to build up revs, right? But an electric motor delivers all of its power instantly. For the tire, that's like going from a dead stop to a full-power sprint in a nanosecond, which puts incredible stress on the tread and can wear it out so much faster.
And then there's the silence. The beautiful, quiet ride of an electric motor creates this really unexpected problem. With no engine rumbling away to cover it up, every other sound suddenly becomes way more noticeable. And as this developer points out, the hum and the roar of the tires on the pavement, which you probably never even noticed before, can become a major annoyance for the driver. So you've got tires that need to be stronger, tougher, and quieter, all at the same time. How do you solve that? Well, it's not about finding one single magic bullet. It's all about managing a series of incredibly complex trade-offs. This chart shows that challenge perfectly. Tire engineering is just a constant balancing act. If you make the rubber stickier for better grip, you'll probably increase rolling resistance, and that just kills the car's range. If you make the structure stiffer to handle more weight, you might make the ride harsher or even louder. The key thing here is that you can't maximize everything. It's about finding the perfect, innovative compromise.
And engineers found that compromise through 3 key areas of innovation. Each one was designed to tackle one of those big challenges we just talked about. A stronger construction, brand new advanced rubber compounds, and some very clever noise-canceling technology.
First, to solve the weight problem, the industry created a whole new standard. You can look for HL or high load on the sidewall. It means the tire's internal structure has been beefed up to carry those heavy battery packs. At the same time, to handle that instant torque, engineers developed these advanced rubber compounds with more resilient polymers. These new materials are just much tougher, and they resist the shearing forces of instant acceleration, which means the tread lasts longer without sacrificing that all-important grip. And for the noise, the solution is just as clever. Tire makers now bond a special layer of sound-absorbing foam to the inside of the tire. This foam basically acts like an acoustic damper. It soaks up vibrations and stops that road noise from ever reaching the cabin. The result? It can cut the noise you hear by up to 9 decibels, which is a massive, massive difference. So these innovations are solving the immediate problems for electric cars, but the impact of this technology goes way beyond just making your new Tesla or ID.3 ride a little better. It's actually enabling the entire next phase of mobility. Because this isn't just about passenger cars. Think about the insane weight and torque on an electric city bus or a big delivery truck. The same principles of stronger construction and durable compounds are absolutely essential to make the electrification of our entire logistics and public transport network even possible. And this tech is quickly becoming the new normal. Tire manufacturers are now adding a special logo to the sidewall to show that a tire is ready for the demands of electric mobility. What started as a niche solution for just a few early EVs is now setting the standard for what all high-performance tires need to be. So it kind of leaves us with a final thought. For 100 years, the engine was the heart of the car, right? But as that heart goes silent to an electric, we have to ask a new question. Is the humble, black rubber tire, packed with all this advanced chemistry and structural engineering, is it quietly becoming the most sophisticated and most important component on the car of tomorrow?